Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. I was scared for a second there. It was doing that thing where it spins like going live, going live, going live, but it never went live. So I'm like, what if I refresh and hope for the best? And the best happened. So yay! How is everybody this fine Friday? Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well. It is, let's see, Friday, September 26th. If you can hear it in my voice, I still have that cold going on. It's not that bad, except kind of at night. I'm just so ready for it to go away completely. Um, but it's interesting. I think that I got this cold because I did get back into my intermittent fasting, and it's just my body detoxing and getting rid of, just stuff that doesn't need to be there. So here we go. Check on in. Let us know that you're here. Today, we're going to be doing our drawing and giveaway. And so there's two chances to win today. We don't have any donations so far. And normally I only will do this if we get donations, but I'm in a bit of a time crunch today. So I'm kind of just like, whatever happens, happens. I did realize having your K2, your south node of the moon, 4 places away from Saturn, it actually works against you if you do things for free. And I've learned this the hard way because I love giving things to people without expecting anything in return. But when that happens, my life just starts going wah, 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 wah. So if you have your south node 4 places away from Saturn, so you count the house Saturn is in, and if your south node is 4 places away, unless you're working with the dead, interestingly enough. So if I give like potentially a free mediumship reading, or I was a funeral director or something like that, I would greatly benefit from giving my services away for free. They would come back tenfold. But that doesn't happen often to me, ever, if ever. So yeah, I don't think I've ever done a drawing giveaway without having a donation, but we might just have to go that way today. And we didn't have any donations on Wednesday. It just may be that this is just kind of a slump for me. I don't know. It happens. It happens to all of us. And the way the economy is right now, it's just what's going on. But interestingly enough, these kind of more, psychic readings aren't a luxury. They are a luxury. They're not a need, they're a luxury. So it's usually the luxury spending that goes first. And it's understandable because people need to pay bills, put food on the table, keep their bills paid so they can keep roofs over their heads. It's crazy out there right now. I couldn't find my scissors, so I'm just kind of tearing up. I'm folding and tearing, some better than others. Our little strips for our drawing today. Check on it. Oh, we have Jessa, Solar Siren 209, and she donated. Okay, so we have at least one donation going today. We have Brianna. We have Marlene, aka Hey Hey. Ooh, I thought for a second there I really messed that one up, but I only messed a little bit up at the bottom. All right, that probably should be enough. We have 5 people here. We have 2, 4, 6 pieces of paper. We might as well get rolling with this so we can get right at it today. I do have to go to Wrigley's Fun Run fundraiser today, and I like to get there about a half hour early because the parking situation can get intense. So I like to not have to park 40 blocks away from the school rather than, just maybe a block or 2. So, and again, forgive the cold. Robin Stinson, oh my goodness, it's been so long since I've seen you here. I hope you're doing well. Yes, I hope you're doing very well. So yes, let me just explain what we're doing today, since it's been a minute since we've done our giving giveaway and drawing. We did have this pouch completely full. Completely, like it was so stuffed, I had to kind of keep stuff in it, and it just kept getting wider and wider and wider. And then we had a vote. Should we just do clean sweep, clean house, start all over with our pouch because it was so overwhelming? Or should we just keep them? And you guys voted to let's clean slate this bee and get some. We have a handful. A handful of names in here. Oops, who fell out? Koshvi's name fell out. We're going to put that back for today. So we have a few names in here. I'd say at least 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. Or as the kids are saying now, 6, 7. I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah. Anyway. Head Canary, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Okay, rules, game plan. So what we're gonna do, first and foremost, we're gonna start with the tarot. And all you have to do to win the giveaway is to guess or use your intuition or tune in, remote view, whatever the energy and essence of that energy you're putting toward figuring out what tarot card I'm going to pull. Do that. And the person who gets the closest, and by closest, you kind of have to, I hope you didn't see it. I hope you didn't see it. But yeah, whoever figures out what tarot card I'm holding will win the drawing starting now. And you can rapid fire shoot out as many options as you can think of, because the card is right here. And if we're going and no one's getting it, I will narrow it down by, major arcana, the suit, something like this. So let it flow, let it go. Let's see if anyone gets even remotely close. I haven't even seen anyone. There's someone 7 cards away. 7 cards away. Now that could it be major arcana? Could it be a suit of some kind? What is it? What is it? All right. Nice attempts here. I'm loving it. All right. Well, I might just narrow this down and we will say, it's a cups. It's a cups card. So this would be ace through king of cups. Ace through king of cups. What do you think it is? Just really tune into the energy. Maybe even feel what you have going on in your personal life and see, if you're going to win this drawing, it's most likely involved with your personal life because this is your drawing, or this is your giveaway. So, what is the essence of the energy you're going through right now embodied in a cups card? We'll see who gets it. Oh my gosh, we are I think we've had every guess except the card that it is. And let me just maybe double check here. Okay, I'm seeing a couple guesses of 9 of Pentacles. That's before we narrowed it down to cups. I've seen every cups except this one so far. You guys can do it. You can do it. So close. So close. It's the only one not guessed or speculated on or figured. It's the only one left. At least that I can tell. I have not seen it yet. I'll tell you that much. It's a cups card. Ace through king. Ace through king. I'll narrow it down. It's not ace or king. It's a number. So it's not a court card. It's a number. 1 through 9. Well, we already said it's not ace. So 2 through 9. And it's not 2 and it's not 9. 8 of cups. It's the 8 of cups. Brianna, you got it. It was the only one not speculated. There it is. And if I somehow missed it above before Brianna, let me know. Call me out. I'm just not seeing it. Maybe someone spelled out 8. I don't know. I saw 8 of Wands from Solar Siren up above. But that was not 8 of Cups. So there we go. Yes, that's fine. You guys did fine. Look at that. We got the 8 of Cups. So walking away from something, Brianna, you have hit the jackpot here. We are going to do a free reading for you and for everyone else, and Brianna included if she so chooses. Put a 777 in the chat and I will write your name down and we will enter you into the drawing. And then we're going to pull another name, and this is going to be kind of basically what we treat the giveaway as is a full read, and the drawing is more like a 1-card pull, but instead of you asking a question, we just ask, what do you need to know right now? That way, if the person who we draw is not here, they can still get their reading without having asked a question, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and write everyone's name down, and then I'll show you your names, and then as I put them in the pouch here, we'll probably write everything out first, and then we'll show you me entering everybody's name. Linda's here. Hello, Linda. Canary's here. Hello, Canary. Welcome, welcome. We have Robin Stinson. Let's get your name down. And if your name is not drawn today, it will still be in this pouch at least until we decide to empty it again, which would probably be a very long time from now because it's nowhere near. I mean, look, we have a handful in the bottom. It was overflowing, and then we did, and by we, I mean you guys voted to let's empty the pouch and have a clean slate. So we did that semi-recently. I'd say within the last 3 months. We haven't done a lot of giveaways and drawings lately because we've been doing other things. But yes, okay. So Robin, Solar Siren 209. We have Hey Hey. We have Canary 002. Whoa, that was not a 2. My pen went crazy there for a second. All right. And if you win today, give it to someone else. Oh, that's so sweet. I love it. All right, so B degree. My pen is just getting away with me. Okay. So I will honor pouch drawing entries until the end of the live stream today. But of course, if we draw a name, you will not be today's winner if you get in after said event. But I will honor anyone putting a 777 in the chat until we're done today. Of course, if you've already put a 777, you got yours for today. Okay, so we'll go in reverse. We have Brianna. We have Canary 002. We have Hey Hey. We have Solar Siren 209. Oh, and hopefully you can see the pouch. I'm putting them right in the pouch. Robin Stinson. And last but not least for today's potentials, we have Linda H. All right, here we go. We're drawing today's winner. Today's winner. Ooh, we have Hey Hey, and it's the one I wrote out today. Hey Hey. All right, so Marlene, you want a free card. One card is a general, so you don't even have to put a question or anything. Oh, Versha's here and Kashvi. Let's enter you guys. I just pulled. I'm sure you saw that. Apologies, I did not see your comment till just now. But I'll still enter you for a future try for sure. So here we go. Versha and Kashvi. Nose is itchy, so there's some good luck coming Kashvi's way today. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. So we'll fold these up semi-well. And we'll put both of these in. Boom, boom. Okay, so those are entered. I'm going to seal that up so that no one dumps it out in here. Namely Wrigley. It's his bedroom. I need to get my crap out of here. Okay. No worries, you're outside today again. Hey, what a great place to be. I do not blame you. I get to go hang out outside here shortly for Wrigley's fun run, so that's going to be awesome. All right, Brianna. Again, my itchy nose, so there's good luck coming, Brianna, but go ahead and post a question if you have one specifically or if you just want to leave it general. We'll get into a reading, but of course, it's kind of the underlying theme, and I'm really taking this as the hero's journey. I'm not seeing this as anything that, you're walking away from permanently. It's more you're going on a it's very an internal journey to bring something back that feels like it may have been missing. That's what's really kind of the underlying energy of whatever question you may have today, Brianna. So go ahead and sock it to me. What do you got for me today, Brianna? And then, hey, we will do a more mini read for you today. And of course, once I get the question, I'm still going to try to time myself to make sure I'm not going crazily over the time frames today. And we do have one donation so far that I know of. Let me just double check while we're waiting for Brianna's question. Let me double check our donation list. Okay, so we have Jessa donating first with a 1 card, and then Katie with a full read. So I'm gonna kind of update our list as we wait for Brianna to get her question ready. All right, so we have Solar Siren 209 for a 1 card, but it's never 1 card. You guys know me. I just call it that. I should probably call it a mini read. It's not even really that. I still go to extremes usually. Anywho, you guys know what I mean when I say 1 card pull. At least those of you that have been around a minute. All right. The general is already so on point. A general yet specific reading from true, authentic spirit and my higher self. Okay, I'm loving that. Okay, so you're already kind of going, and it's not that anything is missing. It's just the perception or illusion that something has been missing, or you don't maybe have full access to part of your gifts or something. But this is shifting, this is changing, this is growing as we speak. Oh, right as I'm shuffling, I also got a download of you ingesting some sort of concoction, tincture, something that you have created with intention. There's some sort of, well, interestingly enough, I think I already, let me see. I sent this to my friend Jessa, Solar Siren, yesterday, and I was just going through my old, what do you call it? Instagram, and I saw this. It's a spell. I'll just leave that there. You guys, whoever wants this can just timestamp it, or timestamp it, screenshot. There we go. Yeah, that's just a little tincture or something that you're, creating to make magic, mystical magic. Okay. Anywho, let's start our timer, because I mean we're already kind of in this, but we haven't pulled a card yet except the initial card. So let me get my timer. Not 35 minutes. I think that might be a bit extreme. Okay, here we go. For Brianna, general yet specific, or as other people like to say, Pacific. General yet specific reading from true, authentic spirit and Brianna's higher self, true spirit, whatever we want to call that lovely, lovely essence. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So finally being able to manifest. So there's something you're doing in these more etheric, energetic, spiritual realms that you're going to see manifest in physical 3D reality. There we go. No glare. I love it. Physical 3D reality. And this is an abundance card. Funny enough, we showed that image of minting money spell, wherever that was. I just had it. Here it is. Seeing something that you're doing in the more energetic realms or with intention manifests now in the physical reality. I have chills. So of course, Spirit and Mama Monica's got this lockdown. There's this element of protection around you as you manifest, I just heard navigate murky waters. Now, chills. Navigate murky waters. Maybe more figurative than literal. Weird. That's where I have my chills, and there's a little mouse on top of his head, and the mouse has a little berry or cherry. And my dog's barking. There's a UPS delivery coming, ships coming in, deliveries coming in, all as we speak. So it's like a flood of notifications. And it's funny because I just got that download of on The Office, where Ryan Howard, he creates Woof. I don't know if you remember that, where he gets a fax, an email, a text message, a phone call, whatever, all at the same time. Like all these notifications are just like, boom, here we are. Good news. Don't sweat the small stuff. You're closing out these old cycles to drop the illusion that anything is missing or, not whole, not complete. You're dropping these illusions or false beliefs, confronting fears of the past, I just heard as well. Anything else Brianna needs to know? Confronting fears of the past. To let them go, let them flow, let them go. Clearing limiting beliefs. Yeah, you're closing out cycles where limiting beliefs. And look, we have this archway. And it's really giving like new beginning, but it's like, is this person walking away or are they walking toward us? Because it's in silhouette or shadow, we can't really tell. But it's like you're walking away from something like limiting beliefs. You become what you believe. And as you slough off these old versions of yourself to get to the true root, true cause, true heart of who you are on a spiritual level, anything that's not you has no choice but to fall away. And that's what the don't sweat the small stuff is about, is like, as you move into this more authentic, amazing part of yourself, you're just kind of like, oh, that person has a problem with me, or this thing's going on over here. Like, it doesn't even phase me. It doesn't even bother me. Like the news, yes, you still have empathy and compassion and everything going on, for people out there, but it's like you're detached from it. And detachment is not being cold and psychopathic. No, it's actually just not like being completely like fixed to any outcome. And when we're not fixed to any outcome is now possible. It's like we, stop limiting ourselves or putting ourselves in a box when we're not attached to an outcome, a person, an event. We're just flowing in our true state. And that's what you're doing here, is you're like really connected to your spirit so much that it's almost like these external circumstances, as you kind of make this transition from where you were in these boxes or limiting beliefs, you're making these transitions, not sweating the small stuff, and really allowing yourself to just open up to that abundance that's now going to start really flowing in, physically manifesting in big ways that you probably don't even see coming right now. It's all very powerful. Let's get one more from the Money Moves Oracle. Anything else? Ooh, love affair. And of course, this is not literally a love affair. This is just about, as far as the detachment goes, you can still love and love very deeply, if not deeper than that, like more lust-filled love that, all the love songs are written about, and, all these characters and tragic love stories and codependencies. It's like you have this love story that transcends like the physical. Like there's really not a lot of, I would say, mainstream love songs that represent the kind of love that you have, Brianna, because you're not settling for that codependent, trauma bonded kind of love. And this isn't just your romantic love. This is like even platonic love, familial love, love for planet, love for animals, love for life in general. You're not settling for that codependent, oh, I better do this for this person so that they do this for me. You're letting all of that go. This is so on point. I love it. Let's get 2 tea leaves. I think we're on our kind of countdown, 20 seconds remaining. Anything else for Brianna? Anything else she needs to know? We have here clouds, temporary problems, but they are, again, this is that transition, that 8 of Cups, from sloughing off what's no longer serving you. And there may even be cloudiness in something you're mixing up, like a drink or something, but as you, okay, we get it, it's time up. As you kind of mix it up, you're seeing the clouds part, or the cloudiness kind of dissipating. All right, anything else? All right, and we have here leg, stepping into a new experience. And look at all that new growth with these little vines and stuff here. And look how toned and muscular that leg is. Are you working out, girl? I love it. Oh man, yeah. So you're definitely stepping into a new experience. On the back of the deck, we have temptation will test you, but you're like aware of it again because you're detaching from, not, I won't even say desires, because I really think that at the root of a lot of desires that are actually in alignment with spirit, that's spiritual calling. That is not you desiring it to impress. Again, there comes the detachment. When you can detach from all of this stuff, your desires are actually pure spiritual desires, or pure spiritual intentions, rather than these just lustful desires or worldly desires or materialistic desires. It's like you're transcending, and even the material things, you're like, well, that would be nice, but like I don't even care about it anymore. Like I don't care to even put my time, effort, and energy in this and this as far as the material world goes. But weirdly enough, as you kind of are just like, yeah, I'm good, that stuff starts to find its way to you, and you're kind of like, okay, like, I guess I can appreciate it, but it doesn't define me. It doesn't, yeah, it's like it doesn't define me. I love that. Wow. Very cool, Brianna. Congratulations again on winning today's giveaway. And now we're going to get into Marlene's reading. She won our drawing today. Hey. So let's go ahead and get, I think we'll just do some tea leaves here. Let's do like 3 tea leaves to just kind of get a little message here for Marlene. Anything? This is so on point. Yes, I am working out. Amazing. All right, here we go. For Marlene, we have Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. This can even be like, they say like hard-headed. Like the horns of the ram are very hard, and then they butt up against stuff when they have a resistance to something. I'm really seeing this more of a battle of wills within your own thought process. So this could be like a battle between your head and your heart, ego and spirit, that kind of thing. It's not that you're having to deal with, obviously people around us can start to mirror back what we have going on internal, but I'm seeing a very internal kind of root cause of maybe some stubbornness or just feeling kind of in defense mode. Woo! We have Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So this is almost asking you, when you know, with that deep knowing, not like with ego, but like with that deep spiritual knowing, when you know something is for you or not for you, you can now step into this kind of, a lot of times they can say foxes are very clever, very sneaky kind of energy. But this is just basically standing up for yourself. When you know from that spiritual place that I deserve better, or I shouldn't stand for this, or this just doesn't resonate anymore, you can speak on business. That's what this is really coming forward to say. Anything else for Marlene? And we have angel, spiritual guidance and protection from harm. And yes, again, internal job. This is your own spiritual life force coming forward to allow you to step out of things that are just no longer serving you, especially with like the way other people perceive you, or, you would maybe do certain actions so certain people would just get off your back or leave you alone or not have something to say about it. But it's like you're done walking on eggshells and you're just ready to step into this new, I won't even say new, it's really old, but just a kind of like Brianna's message, like you're sloughing off this old version of yourself. This just might be collective energy going on right now, because I'm feeling this in my own life, just kind of sloughing off what's no longer serving. And for me personally, it's just, not feeling at home in my body anymore with all these migraines and just not feeling good after anything I eat. It's like I'm re-examining things from kind of a foundational level right now, as far as like, what am I consuming, not just with my mouth and drink, but like, food and drink in my mouth, but like eyeballs, like what am I consuming? So there may be some, I would say, re-examination of approach that you're taking to some things that were once very much like, oh yeah, I love doing this, but you're just not resonating with certain things or certain energies, certain people anymore. Ooh, it sounds like a small disagreement within my extended family that just happened. Yeah, let's just see if there's any guidance, wisdom, anything Marlene needs to know about this disagreement or moving forward. Even though there's an external thing going on, which we kind of established, yeah, there might be something external, but the root of it is internal balance. Hello. What you resist persists. What you accept transforms. But this does not mean if someone's speaking, rudely to you or expecting you to do X, Y, and Z and you don't want to do it, that you have to just accept it and just do it. No, absolutely not. What you accept, meaning, okay, this person expects me to do this, and they're not going to change their mind. You accept that that's how they are. And then you can accept that I'm choosing a different way. That's the kind of acceptance we're looking for. It's a surrender, not that fatalistic kind of surrender. Well, I guess this is just how my life is. I guess I just have to jump through all their hoops and do what they want or say what they need to hear or whatever. You're saying, no, that doesn't align with me. I'm not going to be inauthentic just because someone can't hack who I truly am. I'm standing on, like we were talking about earlier, standing on business. So it's about the wholeness. Yes, there may be dueling Maybe you can see their point of view because you're a more empathetic person. But at the same time, you can see your point of view, and it doesn't mean you're right and they're wrong, or they're right and you're wrong. It just means that maybe there's some, again, examination that you're doing that has an internal root for you to realize your truth, stand on business about it, and then allow your true spirit to step in and protect you from any kind of harm, gossip, any kind of worry that you might have with extended family, or just people running their mouths is really what the problem is here. And it's like the circumstance itself, if people could have communicated properly, there wouldn't even have been an issue, is really what's coming forward. But the fact that certain people chose to run their mouth, or, kind of skew it, or kind of put their own spin or flavor on what actually was going on, that's where the problem stems. All right. Yeah, but probably reflections how you said of my inner battle. Yes, it's exactly what happened. Plans were not kept because I didn't have time to do that. I upset them, but I wasn't sure if it was me or them. Yeah. Again, there's an internal root of it. Excuse me. But, them projecting why or how or whatever it was that they were started to feel because you were the catalyst in canceling plans or what have you. They're projecting now what they felt because of that onto you. But again, internal root for them, internal root for you. And then the external circumstances are kind of the byproduct of the internal root for both parties available here. So I hope that resonated for you. You're not wrong. They're not fully wrong either, but you just realizing that you're doing what's in your best interest. If you were to have followed through with these plans and then overextended yourself and burned out, it wouldn't have been worth it anyway. So, giving yourself grace, realizing you did the best you could in that moment, and then moving forward, just trying to have some clearer communication about things before anything can really build up and become a thing. And that being said, I do see you being able to overcome whatever this is and be able to put it behind you eventually. So it's not like this is ruining your relationship with this person indefinitely. No. Excuse me. All right. So let's go over to our donation list. We have Jessa. Go ahead and post your question, Solar Siren 209. And then Katie is on deck. All right. So yeah, we're looking pretty good on time here. So we probably have room for maybe one more donation if someone's joining us and just needs that donation, needs that reading before the weekend. I can totally accommodate you. Thank you. It all made so much sense. Oh, you're so welcome, Marlene. Congrats again on winning the drawing today. So exciting. Solar Siren, you're up. You are up. And then Katie's on deck. And I keep forgetting, Katie, if you're listening later on the replay, I think you're probably at work. But I apologize. I know you usually say you're going to watch the whole live stream, but I still apologize for not giving you a direct timestamp. I write them down, I promise. I write them down, but half the time I forget. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will try very hard to remember to put the timestamp today. Yes, yes, yes. Solar Siren, you are up. Go ahead and post your question. We're going to get right into it for you. The one card pull. And I will set my timer because I like to stay on task today as much as a person can. One card pull for Jessa. And then we have a full read for Katie on deck. Guess while we wait, I will delete some junk mail that I don't need. Funny. My it told me I was live in my email, and the look on my face in the thumbnail was just like that's always fun. Whatever thumbnail they generate, it's like the most unflattering thumbnail they can find, usually. Ooh, let's get a vibe check on this moving situation. Is the algorithm feeding me what I want to hear? What's the tea? No, it's really weird because I feel that. I feel that for you. Weirdly enough. I know. Circumstances be what they are. It really feels like something is shaking and moving here that's just almost secret that you aren't privy to that information, but let's tune in and see. Vibe check on the moving situation. What? Hello there. This may involve moving in with Sam or something with Sam, because this is the Hierophant card. I mean, this is kind of the traditional marriage card, or it does though involve signing a new contract. So this move is here, and then we have the sun. We can't ignore the elephant in the room, solar, siren, solar, jobs, making that reality, making that possibility a reality, I heard. But there may be some, I mean, this can also deal with inheritance. So let's not ignore that elephant in the room. Let's just see if, pulse, finger on the pulse, if this move has anything to do with an inheritance at all. Especially from a father figure, Hierophant, father figure. If we get the Emperor, I'm going to scream. But yeah, what do we need to know? Potentially about an inheritance of some kind coming through to make way for this move. Ooh, it's saying yes, or the clarity, communication. Ace of Swords is a yes. Like, my house is right? Right. You're already like, almost like that trigger of certain varmints coming in was like the catalyst for like, we got to get up and go. Like, let's start moving. Like, and even if you don't know that there's a place you're going, or what the next steps are, it's like you're already told the universe, hey, got my bags are packed, we're ready to go. What else does Jessa need to know about this potential moving? There could be something to do with ooh, am I shuffling this? It's upside down. Well, some of it's in reverse. I forgot that. That's right. Again, whatever is being held secret, I would say, is going to become clear to you within the next 6 months, which I know that sounds like a very long time away. But if you look back at the beginning of 2025, or even the end of 2024, how fast this last year, every subsequent year that comes goes by faster than the one before. And I really have a feeling this has to do with, the consolidation of timelines, moving into this different vibration where time is just different. But for the most part, yes, at times time can slow down or feel like you have more time than you thought you did. But if you look back year to year to year to year to year, from 2020 to 2025 went by way faster than, say, 2015 to 2020. And raise your hand if you agree. Like, I'm feeling it. Oh, all right, timer went up. But then we have the Six of Swords in reverse. So this upright is healing, being in a move, whatever. It's more internalized when it's internal, or inverted, introverted. Reverse, that's the word I'm looking for. But I'm really seeing this, instead of like, this is also my internet card, I see this as more like spirit download. So yes, you're connected to a world wide web, so to speak, but more of a spiritual download internet rather than the hardwired internet. So there may be some spiritual downloads that are guiding you, because there's a lot of truth coming to light, secrets being revealed, information, communication, potentially an offer. When we have this combination right here, this has job offer written all over it. And I know you were more asking about moving than jobs, but I feel like potential for jobs to also make that, this new job, a new job, also making that possible. I just want to pull a Money Moves Oracle just to see anything else we need to know. Anything else at all. Anything else at all. Woo. And we have here, well, hello. Wouldn't that be nice? A vacation. Start a perfect vacation and enjoy the freedom. Take time to recharge. And, this can be even an at-home. I mean, obviously, you've kind of technically been on like career vacation since last November. So this is letting you know, what is this letting you know? Because you'd rather probably get back to work, I would say. Ooh, we have love life. So it has to do, so it's, again, going back to Sam, it has a mix of love life, potential from father figure, money, inheritance, property, something funneling in that way, and then job. So it's kind of like a trinity of energies coming together, culminating, overlapping. See, we kind of have a Vesica Pisces of hands going on here. Very interesting. I'm hearing grab 2 tea leaves to round this out. I know the timer went off, but like, let's just figure this out. What else does Jessa need to know about this moving situation? Okay, so temporary problems, that's I think kind of where you've been as far as like kind of need some money, kind of need to pay my bills, kind of need a job, kind of need. One more. Outcome, resolution. What does Jessa need to know? Okay, so after the storm, after the clouds, what usually comes for those in the back? Temporary problems. The most difficult part of a situation is over. So you're on the home stretch of something here. So temporary problems will somehow lead, again, that could be the situation why you have to have your part of your house packed right now. Those temporary problems are leading to this rainbow, this wish fulfillment. I love that. Yeah, he's already living there. So what this could be is, again, when that job comes through, he's going to be able to, and you're going to be able to pool resources and find a new place together. That's kind of what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. But something is going to make this possible very soon. Let's just see if there's any information about that. Okay, wow. And this is like purging, decluttering, detox, energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally. And we have the number 49 here. This really is, that adds up to that 13, that feminine number, which is about death and rebirth. But sometimes for that rebirth to kick off, we gotta, pull off the dead leaves, the dead energies to really revitalize. So maybe as even that fumigation or whatever it was they did for your apartment is literally clearing out the dead energies and the parasitic energies, so to speak, to be able to allow you to step into this new reality. But yeah, I do see it as a different place. Stick with it. Just keep doing what you're doing, because you will have that move. You will have that change of scenery. And I want to say this card came up for you recently in a reading we did here on the live, because this looks very familiar energetically to what we're talking about. And I know we got this for someone else recently too, but the context of that was completely different than yours. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's, yeah. All right. It's saying there's like, again, that like kind of trifecta trinity of energies coming together, pooling resources from Sam, a potential new job, and potential father figure gift, inheritance, something coming through. So it's not just like a one way answer here. It's like a culmination of 3 things all coming together or overlapping. And then I have the Miss Montana card staring at me on the back of the deck. I love it. Oh, and right behind that, we have this wonderful High Priestess. Okay, anyway. I could just keep pulling cards, and then we have a move. So, moving, winning. Okay, there it is. I love that. Well, hopefully that at least brought some, stuff's happening. Energetically behind the scenes, things are moving, things are shifting. So if you kind of just want to keep packing things up, maybe doing some decluttering, like, do I really need this anymore? Maybe I need to upgrade this thing if I can, whatever the case may be. As I said, upgrading things, there may be something breaking down that you're just deciding not to replace right now. Something breaking down, you're deciding not to replace right now, within the next 2 weeks or so. And for some reason, I'm really focused energetically on the kitchen. It could be like a small kitchen gadget, appliance of some sort. Not like I have to replace this. This is part of my routine of cooking and, kitchen witchery. But it's something small and like I could live without it for now. And then, of course, you'll eventually be able to replace that. Weird. Okay. So it could have been 2 weeks ago right now, or like within the next 2 weeks. If there's nothing that's like on your radar about that right now, maybe it's still in the future. So, anywho, all right. You're so welcome. Anytime. All right. So we're going to put a timestamp, 44:33 for Katie. Cool timestamp. 44:33. So there's 3 master numbers contained within that timestamp. The 44, the 33, and if you add 44 and 33, you got 77. So it's a lot of master numbers right there. Woohoo! Okay. So Katie, let's go over to your question over on email, PayPal email. Question is like a message from Stacy. Yes, absolutely. And you will watch the live stream after work. Perfect. I will try to remember to timestamp because that's a cool timestamp. We can't let it go to waste. All right. And I've been setting my timer because I've just been gabbing and going way over on most of these readings lately and trying to keep myself in check here as much as I can. All right, message from Stacy to Katie, anything that needs to come through. And I just heard the word October. I know we've kind of been zeroing in on that month for some reason with her messages toward you. So let's just see if what's going on. Because there's some, well, I mean, obviously October is like 4 days away. So it makes sense. It's imminent, right? Let's see what is going on. Message from Stacy to Katie. Anything Stacy wants Katie to know. Ooh, man. I heard same-ish, different day. Happy family, kind of in reverse. I mean, she's making the most of it, especially with one of her kids. Like, things are great. Things couldn't be better with one of her kids. And the other one's kind of, not to be mean, but like acting like a bitch, being bitchy. Like, that's kind of the vibe coming through. And it's as a result, again, because Stacy just stopped enabling something. And now Stacy's almost like thinking like going back on like, well, maybe I can help them out. Like, she's just feeling very conflicted right now because the distance that's been caused because she kind of put her foot down. But let's just see what's going on. Message from Stacy to Katie. All right. Yeah. She's like, I guess I'm just gonna have to move on. I'm just gonna have to figure this out. But she's got that support of one of her children, and her husband is just kind of energetically speaking, just almost feeling like compartmentalized. Like, there's a compartmentalization she's done with that connection that she doesn't even try to involve him in her daily. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it almost feels like there's this unattachment from Stacy's child that she's kind of having this issue with, and the husband. So either the husband is not that kid's father, or they've got a kind of a rocky or tumultuous relationship themselves. It could be that. But she's really leaning on the kid that she is in good connection with right now as kind of a safe space, getting that deep connection that she does crave in her close relationships. She's getting that from her child that she is on really great terms with. And it's not just like a one-way street, because she's more than willing to give to this other child. She's not like physically or like financially supporting them, but like she's a great support to this child as far as their own emotional health and all that stuff. Let's see, anything else? Message from Stacy to Katie. Oh, also, I was going to say, with this card coming out, this is great for communication in such a short amount of time, within a short distance. I would say within about 35 minutes travel. When we're talking short distance, especially in this specific reading, about 30 to 35 minutes worth of travel, no farther than that. And I just heard she will be in your neck of the woods, whatever that means. So I don't know if she does live at a slight distance, or, if you guys live 5 minutes. I don't know exactly the logistics of how far out you guys live from each other, but I'm hearing that she will be in your neck of the woods. So let's see what this means. Ooh. So this is the contract card. We just had this in Jess's reading, but I'm getting a completely different vibe here. This can just be like unspoken agreements or contracts, or just kind of a dynamic that two people form as a result of, communicating, connecting, all of this. So it does look like there will be a potential specifically in October for you and her to connect in some way. Most likely, weirdly enough, not even online. Because I'm kind of getting a vibe of, again, your neck of the woods potential. And I think we had tuned, correct me if I'm wrong, Katie. I think we had tuned in to the fact that you might have a physical run-in with her literally in person, potentially in October or sometime through the kind of the end of the year months. That's ringing a very distant bell for me. Let's just see anything else. Message from Stacy to Katie. Anything else that needs to come through from Stacy? Ooh, we have younger man and torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding, dealings in relationship with a younger man. I'm really reading this as her husband's energy. Even if he is older, it's like mature wise, he's acting younger is kind of what this is giving, is immaturity or just not knowing how to communicate properly. And it does feel to me that Stacy is on a bit of a spiritual journey right now, or there may be some research or stuff that she's doing online specifically that is helping her with her spiritual development, or just not feeling so bad about kind of how disconnected she is feeling from her husband currently, because there is this disconnection or kind of compartmentalization that she's really making clear here in the energy. Anything else Stacy wants Katie to know right now? Finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Again, this is just her letting you know what's going on in her personal life. This is not like her pointing a finger at you, but just putting a finger on her own issues, her own problems. And as a result of this spiritual development that she's doing right now, she's able to really clearly see and help herself compartmentalize, like, okay, this is not fully my problem. Like, I can't change how my husband is behaving or how he relates to me or whatever, but I'm looking to make things better on my own rather than having to try to rely on all these people outside of me to help me make these changes. Because if they're not going to do it, I'm going to have to be the one to do it. All right, time's up. But let's get a final, for whatever reason, Money Moves Oracle. Kind of a random deck to be pulling for this reading specifically, but we'll just roll with it. See what Stacy wants Katie to know right now. Oh, we have gift. And I know you are so giving and just very generous in gift giving to Stacy, but there is this, gift that she wants to give you. This could even just be the gift of friendship or communication, something like this. But it says you will discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities. Use opportunities that arise. And that gift might be, again, running into each other, or again, that's not set in stone, because this is a one I've used as an example before. It's like if you're making tacos or something at home for taco night and you realize, oh, I'm out of lettuce for tacos, I should run to the store and get lettuce. But then you kind of talk yourself out of it, like, no, we'll just go without it. Tacos are fine without lettuce. We'll just deal with it. But that was your intuition saying, hey, you need to go to the store for lettuce so that you can run into Stacy. I mean, this is, again, an example. Not that you know that on a conscious level, but subconsciously your spirit knows, okay, there's an alignment we need to, or paths we need to cross with somebody. So I'm going to intuitively tell you, hey, let's go do this thing. Even if it seems totally random, like going to the store to get lettuce, it literally might change your life in a way that so if you are feeling like, oh, I should go here, and then you almost like try to talk yourself out of it, try not to talk yourself out of it, because you may be missing opportunities, not only with Stacy, but like other opportunities in life. Like, you just never know. Or if you have this intuition that like you're going somewhere, but then you have this deep intuition, like you better stay home, follow that as well. Like, follow your intuition, whatever your intuition is telling you, follow it, because it's guiding you. It's leading you very subtly most of the time, but sometimes it becomes very obvious, especially when like there's a danger ahead. I'm not seeing any danger ahead for you, so don't worry about that. But, especially like people who, they're out on a date with someone and they just get the heebie-jeebies, but like on a like logical level, they're like, no, this person is lovely. Like, they're saying all the right things, but like your body, your intuition is like picking up like something's not right here. Always listen to that underlying anxiety or whatever that your intuition is saying, especially if you're in kind of a shady situation. That's something Stacy's bringing forward. She's like, I'm kicking myself that I didn't listen to those kind of red flags with my husband. So she's kicking it way back as far as like when she met him and was dating him, and some of the signs that she saw early, but then just kind of not laughed him off, but just kind of chalked him up to, oh no, it's fine. And she's like, well, if I would have listened then, I wouldn't have to deal with the fallout of this connection now. But then again, she feels like in some ways she was meant to be in this relationship, maybe due to kids or just life circumstance or what have you. Oh, Katie, Katie, that is going to do it for your question. But I hope that brought you a little guidance and clarity today. I will hopefully try to remember here to get your timestamp. But yeah, it looks like we are about an hour out from when way less than an hour from I need to leave. But when this event starts, that I need to be there. And I would like to grab a quick lunch here before I go. So I'm probably going to cut today's live stream off right here. We are fully caught up with our donations, so I'm not leaving anyone hanging. Hello, Hoa, Pedro Costa. Oh, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name. Welcome, welcome. We did already do the free reading, drawing, and giveaway earlier. But next Wednesday, so that will be like October something. I already did the free stuff, guys. I usually will do that at the beginning. And I did do 2 free readings today. I already gave those away. But if you come back on Wednesday, the 1st, October 1st, I will be doing a free 1-card pull first 20 minutes of the live stream only. And I'm trying to stick with that. Normally I'm going like 30, 40, 45, 50 minutes of free readings. And I need to not give so much because it does take away from, again, I was talking earlier about how my birth chart is set up with my South Node or K2 being 4 places away from Saturn. The more free stuff I give away, the worse my life gets. And you would think, oh, it'd be the opposite. But when you have the South Node or K2, as the fruits of your labor from Saturn, you're losing. The more you give, the more you lose. It's really a sad thing. And not everybody has that alignment. So most of the people out there don't have to deal with that. But I do, unfortunately. But I still love to give things away for free. So I still do it to my own detriment most of the time. But yeah. So anyway, I will see you guys on Wednesday. We will have I do birth chart analysis. If you would like to book with me or get some information, you can always email me at amanda@donphotodesign.com. That's where you can get a hold of me when I'm not live. So yeah, but I will be back here Wednesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. For now, I'm going to run to Wrigley's Fun Run fundraiser. After I have a quick lunch, quick bite to eat. But I will be back Wednesday, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, October 1st. Be there for a free 1-card pull. And of course, I will be taking any donations for, you can always donate. And of course, you would get your question answered. And there's a great energy exchange going on there. When you donate and then I give you the reading, it's like there's a fair and equal energy exchange there. But anyway, I digress. I'm always available for that. Even if you want a private reading, to meet up on Zoom to get, you can ask as many questions as you need in your allotted time slot. If you want to book a 10-minute reading, a 30-minute reading, or do I do 10-minute, 20-minute, and 1-hour readings. And I can even, pretty much span it to whatever you need as far as your price range goes. We can usually get some pretty good information in a short amount of time, usually. So if you're looking to inquire about a private reading or a private Zoom reading, you can always email me as well. If you don't want to wait between live streams, I'm always available for that, if you so choose. All right, you guys. Well, thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see each and every one of you right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Until next time, peace. And I will see you next time. All right, you guys, much love. Bye.